everybody, it's Angel from Halo Inspirations. We give you inspirations to help you spread beauty and joy through your quilting journey. Happy Saturday to you. Happy day 11 to you. What are we doing today? Well, today is a ruler party. We're having a ruler party with our quilting. And this video, we are actually using Squiggy, and I'm doing the low shank because I have a low shank machine. I talk about the low shank and you'll need a ruler foot, and I talk about how to make sure your ruler foot is loaded correctly and whether or not you do have that low shank, high shank machine, how to determine it. The best way to do it, though, I'm going to reiterate, is to read your manual or contact your manufacturer, because that is the best way, but I give you a good head start. So you'll need Squiggy. Now, in the video, on occasion, I called it Squiggly. But I got to tell you guys, I love this ruler. I absolutely love it. There's so many things you can do. This is a product, when you purchase it, there is so much you can do with this ruler. And we all love to make that money stretch a little bit. This is a fantabulous product to invest in. Thank you, Miss Angela Walters and Creative Grids, for Squiggy. All right, so what else you're going to need? Your practice sandwich, of course, your sewing machine loaded with your ruler foot, and I'm very partial to the Chrome Pro Schmetz needle. I use a 9014, so I have that loaded. I'm in love with some Aurifil thread, so I actually have white loaded of the 50 weight, which you can find both the needles and the thread in our shop, along with my machine gers. I think that's how we say it. I think by day 11 I finally figured it out. I also have those on our shop. You'll need the ruler, which I also have, and I'm using a sew slip. It's not a necessary, but it does make quilting more enjoyable, and those you can also find in our shop. So yeah, day 11, we're going to get this party started. So just to show you, I've only done a couple motifs, and I'll throw pictures up because I think it's better for you. And I just did a few. I had a boo-boo, and I'm letting it ride because it's a great way to show you what will happen if you don't utilize your ruler correctly. Okay, it kind of came off. You'll see it in the video. We'll talk about it again. But the serpentine is the other motif, and oh, I can't even tell you how much I love this. So let me go ahead and bring you in, show you how to get this stitched, and then we'll talk again at the end. So until then, I'll see you guys in just a sec. Okay, so I am using Squiggy. Now for this beautiful serpentine that we're going to do, I'm actually going to utilize this line that to line up along the line I've drawn, which is supposed to be like my seam, right? And down here I've got my ruler lined up right along in that niche. Okay, now again, I've got all my quilt top over here, but this was the best way I knew how to show this to you. So get that all lined up. You hold on to that ruler. Hang on to your threads. And you're just simply going to go all the way up to the top. I got to stop for a second. Not the best place to stop, but it is what it is. And you're just going to go all the way up to the top. Now I'm a little far from my ruler because I wanted to hit that line because, you know, it's not really a seam, and I didn't really do this on a 3-inch border per se. So you would go to the seam, but it should line up with your ruler. Okay, and then I'm going to go over, hopefully straight, because remember, I'm not quite on that line, but that's okay for demonstration purposes. I'm using the straight edge at the top, and I'm just going to go over to the other side of it. I'm going to take this ruler again, and I'm going to line up the line down here so that it runs straight to go back to where I want. Okay. Right back down to the seam again. I'm only going to do 4 lines and then I'm going to show you something else. So just bear with me. You go back with your straight edge. Now you don't have to use your straight edge. You could just free motion it, right? But I wanted to show you that this can be done with this ruler, and it is so cool. Y'all just wait. I'm excited. All right. Now, I'm not in the exact same place that I was, but that's okay. We're gonna move with it. There we go. Back up to the seam-ish. There we go. Taking this straight edge, going across, lining this back up again, making sure everything is straight down at the bottom. I know it's hard for you to see, but I am lined up on that line down here, and then this end is up here is lined up at the line also. Okay. And then this will be the last one I draw with you guys. And then I'm going to show you what else you can do with it. And this one was a little skinnier. You can really mark these out for yourself using this ruler to get the exact oh, I'm going to do one more, I think. Yeah, I got to go back up. So you can, you know, if you want a straight edge ruler to really get precision, it's not something you have to be too precise about. Okay. And I'm sorry if I hit the camera, guys. I've never done this quite like this. All right, we got to unroll some of this. There we go. Making sure that my line or my ruler is lined up along that seam. Okay, there we go. All right. Again, I'm just going to go across a little bit. Okay. Now, we were only going halfway up this side of the ruler. So now I'm going to go the opposite direction. And again, I'm going to line that ruler up along the seam. That way I know it's straight. And I'm going to have to pretend there's a seam up above because I don't have one. So that'll be fun. All right. But I wanted to just show you how cool. So you could just do one side on a border or in an area and just have one serpentine going one direction. And I'll show it to you here at the end. Okay. Or you can do a double, which I think is so cool. Let's see, we're doing this side, right? I have to think about it a second. All right. So again, you're going to want to, there we go, line up along that seam line. That way you know that you are straight. Okay. And you're going to come back down. Whoop, my ruler moved just slightly. Okay. And you can, well, you can't see, but we are building another. Now, I didn't have equal length, so it'll be a little different, but you'll get the point here. I'm going to go back over in my seam. Okay, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to line this up again, making sure that my ruler is straight. We're going to go back up. I love this ruler, guys. This makes serpentine lines. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, y'all. It's so exciting. I think you can start to see exactly how that works. Now, I won't finish this that way. I mean, I guess I can do a couple more, right? I'm having a little fun. Now, this one wasn't quite as big, so I don't know how far to go because I didn't measure correctly. Hopefully that far. Turn your ruler again back to the way you were doing it. Now, with this ruler, it is called the squiggly. You could do the whole entire squiggly. That is perfectly fine to do that. I'm just trying to line everything up here. And that would really give you an option of something really cool to create. Not quite as high as I was before, so I'm going to go back up a little bit. There we go. So it'll look a little funny. It would be in my seam though, so it would be fine. We're going to go back down. Okay. It's so pretty. I mean, gosh, y'all, I'm telling, isn't that just gorgeous? Now to free motion that is not something I'm very good at. So using this ruler really gives you the opportunity to create something really, really neat. Now, so that is a serpentine with this ruler. And like I said, you could do the entire length. I'm going to go ahead and lift my presser foot up and move over to another section. Because what I'm going to do now, instead of doing the whole length with you guys, that can be for another video, I want to do a bump. Because you could just use the top part and get some bumps. FYI, if you were working with this serpentine, if you had a 3-inch border, that's what the outside is for. You do the exact same thing with the inside using the halfway and stopping at that mark down here to work inside of a 2-inch border, okay? Or if you wanted a smaller serpentine for a certain area. So it's very, very cool that she gave us that opportunity to do serpentines in different sizes with the same ruler. But like I said, now I'm going to use this this line that's a higher line. And the first time I did serpentines, I was using this line. Now I'm going to use this one. Okay. And we're just going to do a bump. So you very simply go all the way around. Okay, when you get back to that seam, you simply move the ruler to the other side. Come around to the seam again. Reposition your ruler to the other side. And you could just simply do several bumps. And like I said, I'll pull this out again. But you have a couple options. We could go back along this seam line and just do that's what I'm going to do with you. And when I get to that area, I'm going to show you another creative idea that you really could do. I'm just guesstimating how far I got to go back. And, okay, if it's not right, I'll just back it up. Now you would be traveling inside the seam when you did this, if you needed to. I think it's about here. We're gonna find out. Put this here. Oop, I need to be on the line. I can't see the line anymore. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and run with it. If it's not perfect, well, then it ain't perfect. But when I get up here, what I was going to show you, instead of going up like in between all the way around, you could backtrack along and just form little bumps within itself. You don't have to do what I'm doing and go all the way across. But I love this. I love the versatility. You can do all kinds of wonderful things with this ruler. It is very, very helpful in a lot of motifs. And whenever you get your ruler in your package, on the back of the card, it does give you lots of examples. There's also a QR card to watch some demos from Creative Grids and probably Angela Walters. I have never watched it myself, but I'm gonna do one more, I think. No, yeah, I am gonna do one more. So you can do a lot of different things, and that card will show it to you. This is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. There is so many things to do with this wonderful ruler. Yeah, I'm gonna catch that thread, aren't I? Yep, that's all right. Okay. Man, that is awesome. Of course, you could always go the other direction. Let's just do one. Let's just probably give you a big old looking circle thing. Let's just do one. I'm just curious. Of course, I don't even know if I had it lined up correctly. Oop, I'm missing off. See what happens? You got to stay on that ruler. Oh yeah, beautiful. All right, good thing it's practice, because that don't look too good. But I'm gonna pull this out and stay a little closer with you so you can kind of see that. This is so much fun, guys. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do it off camera, and then I'm gonna pull you back in. I'll see you guys in just a bit. Okay, bringing you back in here, and you can, I haven't cleaned up the thread yet. I'm literally coming right back at you, and you can start to see these beautiful serpentine motif. And like I said, you could do just one side all the way through, or you can do a double. Oh God, it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now I have this piece of paper on here because I'm showing you this beautiful bump motif. Let me turn this for you. Okay, isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely cool, absolutely love it. And like I said, you could retrace and then do larger bumps. Retrace, do a larger bump, you know, and it will give you more of like a, sort of like a Baptist fan. But then I had this piece of paper on here because I did do some stitching. Now I've never done this before, and this is a great example of why you want to definitely stay in those on the ruler instead of coming off, because that's what it looks like. And isn't that cool though? You can do circles basically with them. And or you could have, you know, you can also do another set. This ruler is fantabulous. It has so many things that you can do with one single ruler. But I really like this. I'll have to use this at some point in a border or something along those lines. I really, really enjoy, I mean, even not just doing the extra bump and tracing, just keeping this neat little motif. I really enjoyed that. I like the way it looks. But this is a practice sandwich, and so whenever you're doing a new ruler or you're doing trying to figure out how to line things up and how to get that done, a practice sandwich is the best place, because to be honest with you, if I did this inside of a quilt, this is one I would probably rip. I would have to wait and see how it ends up being, but I might end up ripping that. I might not, but this is a practice sandwich, so that's where you can just have a lot of fun with a ruler and not have to worry about what it looks like. But anyway, I'm going to come back at you. I'll see you guys in just a sec. Oh, yes. So wasn't that fun? I love Squiggy. I am absolutely in love. And with the circles, I'm going to do some more with that and do a little practice on my practice quilt, because I've never used it for circles. So it was just a brain moment that I let you walk along with me that I had, and I'm actually really liking it. And I'm thinking I can even do smaller circles and really enjoy that side of it. Now, of course, one of the other rulers that we did, I want to say Taj, also you can do bumps instead, and I'm sure then you could do circles. I haven't played with that. It'll be a different size, so I'm telling you, I'm just really excited about it, because circles, I'm not so good at circles either. But at any rate, that is Squiggy. I hope you enjoyed this. And the serpentines, I am not good at free motioning those myself. And you don't have to do them in borders. You can do them in areas that work inside. And if you really like the serpentine motif as much as I do, you'll find plenty of places. And man, your ruler just makes it so much easier to get that done as soon as you learn how to hold that fabric, hold that ruler without a camera in your face. I do not recommend doing it through a camera. But once you figure that out, your serpentines, they just look gorgeous. They just look gorgeous. Much better than what I would do if I was free motioning. If you're great at free motioning them, man, that is awesome, because it does take some practice, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. I just don't put a lot of time into it, unfortunately. So at any rate, I'm just looking. I have more ideas in my head with this ruler. I'm really excited about it. I don't know if you can tell, but I will be today on Facebook at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, my time here in the United States. I'll be there live for our live Q&A. Love to see you there. I also will be back here tomorrow for our last day of quilting. And what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow is the last stencil, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. It's another one that people I know, and including myself, it takes a lot of practice to do free motioning, but it really does help if you've got something to trace. So I hope that you enjoy that video tomorrow. I'll be back here on YouTube tomorrow for that. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can drop them down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. You can email us. Email is in the description box. And also the link for the shop is in the description box. If there's anything that you see, we're currently sold out of the Pounce pads. Thank you guys for all your support. There's more coming, so you can check that out. This, what is today? Today is the 31st of July of 2021. So if you're watching the replay, I'm sure they're way back in stock by now. But if you're closer to time here and you're really wanting to look to get a Pounce pad, they're coming soon, I promise. But everything else is on board. So if there's something there, the link is for you down below. I'll either see you again tomorrow for our last day of the 12 days of quilting, or I'll see you today at 3 p.m. on Facebook Live. I can't wait. So until next time, guys, may y'all continue to be inspired, productive, ever so joyful, never stop believing, and never stop making your dreams in quilting come true. I love y'all. Happy Saturday. Happy quilting. Thanks for stopping by. See you tomorrow or later. See you soon.